Debbie Lynch. Thank you, and good afternoon, everybody. My name is Debbie Lynch. I hope to be joined by our candidate for Vice President, Josephine Perry, who is out doing a school visit. So she's from Tanner Elementary. I teach at Gage Park High School. I'm the delegate there. I'm a special ed teacher, and many of your issues are near and dear to the special ed teachers across the city. So 3 questions. Present state of Chicago education and the dangers we face. I think everybody is terrified right now, as has been said. The past 15 years under Mayor Daley have been a disaster. It's been nothing but PR, nothing but spin, the razzle-dazzle, the Vallis miracle, the Arnie Duncan miracle, which is now headed up in the U.S. Department of Education. It's been nothing but spin. Our graduation rates have remained stubbornly at 50%, and there's been no support for teachers and staff in our schools across the city. It's been even worse in these past 6 years, as we've seen 100 schools be closed and turned over to private and, in many cases, for-profit groups without any fight from the union leadership, the current union leadership. We've seen 5,000 positions gone due to cuts. Half of those have been teacher assistants. Those of us in special ed know how important our paraprofessionals are to helping our students. 2,500 cuts to ESPs, another 2,500 cuts to teaching positions due to charter school encroachment. Another area where there's been no vision, no energy, no fight from the current union leadership. Charter schools who know better than traditional neighborhood public schools do. The best study is that Stanford study from last summer. They looked at the majority of American kids in charter schools, matched them fairly to schools and neighborhood schools with comparable poverty levels. And what they found was only 17% of those charter school kids did better than when compared. 50% we did as well as the charter schools, and fully a third of the kids in traditional public schools did better. So our city leadership is dismantling the Chicago public school system and trying to break our union over a policy that has a 17% success rate. So our position is no to Mr. Huberman, no to wage freezes, no to more charter schools, no to school closings, which has generated much of the concern that we're facing today, no to furlough days, and the contract states very clearly that if he doesn't deliver on those 4% raises after July 1, then the recourse that C2 members have is a strike, because that is a violation of the contract. What do you do, and who do you stand? What do you stand for? Who are you? Well, I'm a teacher, a mother, a delegate, a union activist, and have been my whole career in CPS. I've taught for 18 years. I've had many years as a delegate, been on the executive board, and was past president of the CTU. For the past 40 years, one caucus has been in power at CTU, except for 3 short years when the Proactive Chicago Teachers team was in place. We were a team that got into office believing that we were a union of professionals and that our union needed to be out front, fighting for a place at the table, fighting for improving our schools, having it done with us, not to us. Our motto was good working conditions are good learning conditions, and we do not apologize for fighting for what we have all fought for over the years and what is in that contract. We are the group that brought C2 members, and I guess the second set of questions is more specifically to clinicians, and I can speak to that. But we are the group that after 20 years of very poor raises, including 8 years in a row of 2% raises, we were able to deliver on 4% raises, which were the highest in 20 years. We were the group that brought in pension enhancement. And no current teacher has to worry, and no pensioner has to worry that they're not going to receive their full pension. The pension fund, while it's received a big hit lately, our current, I guess the future generation that's going to be affected by the pension law changes that occurred about 2 weeks ago when the governor signed that bill, allowing the Board of Education a 3-year pension holiday. The board has already gotten off the hook for $400 million of its budget deficit. because for 3 years, they do not have to pay into our pension fund, and they will never have to pay that $1.3 billion. So our position when we say no, 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 and no, is that we've already given enough, and we weren't part of the decision-making that got the board into the current mess that it's in. They didn't ask us, and now they want to come to us and close their budget gaps on the backs of teachers, staff, and students. They were the ones who decided to spend billions of dollars in refurbishing our schools, only to close them up and turn them over to charter operators. Profit, nonprofit alike, private organizations running our schools. Well, our approach was, that is an abdication of responsibility and abdication of leadership. One of the other things we were able to get was an agreement with Arnie Duncan that 75% of the House of Delegates supported, called the Partnership Agreement, preventing him from closing any more schools. He closed 2 schools for academic reasons on our watch. And we screamed bloody murder, we got angry, and we got busy. We brought hundreds of people to board meetings, and we forced him to sign an agreement to prevent future school closures by allowing more time, more money, and more resources to schools, and an opportunity for the staff in those schools to identify the reforms that they needed, not have the reform done to them. So I guess how is our approach different? We have a track record. We have a track record of accomplishments. We have a track record of contract gains. We have a track record of running the union in a fair, open, honest, ethical way. And hope to be able to tell you more about that as my time seems to be up. Thank you for your time and attention.
Linda Porter is going to answer the point. You don't have to take that one, you can take the ones over there. We'll answer now the question. Thank you.
Thank you. I will. Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for coming. The organizers of this committee, I would like to thank you. My name is Linda C. Porter, and I am a product of the Chicago Public Schools. I attended Shoup Elementary School, and I graduated from Morton Park High School. I attended Chicago State University, and I have 30 years of service, over 30 years of service in the union. I have been on, I have been on various committees, CTU, IFT, AFT, couple policies, high school, elementary steering, PE committee, and I was on the women's rights committee. I'm a single mom of 2 children. I graduated, one daughter, she attended North Carolina State, she's 30 years old, and my baby will be graduating this December. She's 24, first one, Melissa Michelle Milton. And Megan Monique Milton is 24, and she will be graduating this December from North Carolina State. And I'm a grandmother of 4 dogs and 1 cat. But let me talk to you guys a little bit about CSTU. Jose Jimenez is a clerk at Wells School, and he will be our financial secretary. Lisa Denberg is a librarian at Carpenter School, which her school will be a phased-out school. I think this is her last year, and I think Ogden is taking over her school. Jack Moran is a music teacher at Bodian Elementary School. And with all 4 of us together, we have 100 years of union experience.